Hey, so I decided that okay, so I've never had it's never been like this in my life. I've never had this kind of I've never been like this in my life. Okay, so we established this is not a good town for me to be in. I need elsewhere to go. Okay, so we established that. I already had kind of a backup plan of that in case my kids didn't want me anywhere in their lives. So my backup plan, I still have that application is still I'm on a waiting list. So I applied for about probably 7 or 8 jobs that are in the same area as my apartment that I want, and then everything's too expensive here, so it'd be if I were to get the second job around here, the cheapest for my rent would be the hotel. So, and it's like I tried to say I wanted a lot of hours for my home care job, but that's just not going to happen. So, obviously. So, anyways, that's about it. And I'm literally just sitting here at Walmart parking lot. I'm going to go to work in the morning, sometime early afternoon, whenever they call. And then, so I've just been sitting here like I can't sleep, so I've been sitting on my vape, drinking soda, and just really feeling it. Okay, so I don't normally act like this because I'm not, what is it? Merry, Merry Christmas. So, but I didn't really do anything because I'm so impressed with this B-tan stuff. And then my hair, I noticed I'm wearing it up in ponytails, and I'm getting the stress wrinkles from the ponytails. So I gotta do a headband or something. And then I've just been sitting here woohoo. It's not fun because there's nothing really to do. I have more fun in a house or a place I rent it. But so I just do you, do you want to come up on this thing? Well, let's do some more good stuff. This was worth it, you guys. This was a lot worth. It was so close up. Shouldn't do that. There's actually the Walmart semi trucks here. I thought there was gonna be no one here. They really shouldn't close everything down for Christmas. And you know what they should do? They should allow you to bring your kids and your family to work, and it should be a relaxed day. Just so that if people get bored and they don't want to stay at home all day long, Merry Christmas. They don't want to stay home and stuff. They get bored. They can go do that and go out and go shopping still. I'm sorry, but I never felt like staying home on Christmas ever. And then it was always oh, the stores are gonna open up Christmas uh day night too because there'll be even more sales. So come on, you guys, let's do some more good stuff to ourselves. Usually, oh opinions. What if I cut some of my hair off? No? I found it at the Family Dollar. You're supposed to actually put your hair up in a ponytail and then spray it. Oh, I'm doing this wrong. I guess, well, it matters. It does matter. Aw, thanks. Yeah, you'll never get tangles. And if you do, you just pull them out like that. It's messed up. You won't have tangles. This is good stuff. No, all moms should have this in their kit for their kids. I wish I would have used this a long, long time ago. I never did, and it's making my hair soft. Oh wait, duh. Hold on. And I haven't been able to order argan oil in a long time. And I was just really impressed because Walmart had it in the B-Tan stuff. So now I was thinking, should I use it 30,000 times? Yeah. Well, it didn't say to. How to use. Spray 5 to 10 inches. From damp hair in sections. Then finger detangle or comb through. It's a non-shake one. Thanks, you guys. I was gonna read it, and it smells really good too. It's saying sections at a time. But I always watched this one girl, she pulled all her hair up in a ponytail. I guess that would be sections at a time anyways. I'm not using it for a detangler. I'm using it to make my hair soft. Okay, you guys, let's all do healthy stuff. You can do unhealthy and treat yourself with unhealthy. Healthy, unhealthy. That way it makes up for it. Spray the top. Excuse me. I wonder if it has real oil in it. It's not bright enough in here. Excuse me again. Okay, everyone, let's get healthy. Let's get healthy. I don't really see a whole lot of people doing a whole lot of stuff with their hair. Oh, thanks. It's so easy. I don't think I'm gonna put any more. Now, what should I do? I'm gonna put some more castor oil on my face too. Come on, everybody, get in with it. I've been seeing so many advertisements for this. I always wondered why the people in excuse me, in Hollywood didn't do all this stuff because it really works. And instead, they went and did the plastic surgery way. I didn't understand that. But it's your own preference. But I like this way better. Now the homemade car blow dryer. Yeah, I'm in Sikeston, Missouri. It's raining too. You can see the window. For now, anyways. It might be plans that I be in Illinois. I don't know. I filled out jobs for both places. And another thing I thought of was I just kind of since I never have been in this I've always never had problems with my jobs, like never had problems with people getting along with people, and it was so weird to have work send me to a workplace, and they're literally rolling their eyes I turned around to walk back into the room because I forgot where something was and I was gonna ask them, and they're literally rolling their eyes and stuff. It was just weird. It was purposeful though. It was purposeful sabotage. Cause I remember the first time it happened where I was like, "Oh, red flag! They're just asking questions to be nosy, or they're up to something." It was somebody started to ask me something like, "Do you have any kids?" And then I went to say, "Yeah, I have two daughters, but they're grown." And then I was like, I didn't get to raise them though, and they just started rolling their eyes and shaking their head and turning around for me. And I was like, whoa, whoa. I was just letting you know that I wasn't going to know too much about these kids that I'm telling you I have because I didn't get to raise them. But with this fucking attitude, this will be my last shift. But I didn't say that, but yeah. And then, oh, I think it's time for my break. And the rest of my shift, I'm sitting out in the car playing on YouTube. And then I go back in when it's time to clock out and tell them I hope they have a nice day. Is everything okay? But listen, I mean, honest to God, I've always had some kind of protection around me. Like, but here it wasn't. Here was intentional sabotage. that's what was saying, like, okay, either I'm just not trying hard enough, or I'm gonna have to be the one to leave. Just walk away from here so I can actually live a good life, because I can't go into a job and have these people like already set to pick on me like bullies to make me upset. I'm not gonna even say like when we were in school, or like no, it just happens everywhere. A bully could be a complete stranger that comes up behind you in the store that sees like you do your hair and your makeup, so they decide that they're done shopping, but they smell bad. Their clothes are dirty, and they're just buying one item and they're standing right there behind you in the aisle. Like, those are the times when I have literally taken out my body spray and I literally sprayed like a cloud of this mist around me. And then usually I'll end up walking out of the line, because I know we have all experienced those stinky people in the stores that pull up on you and you're like, oh my God, what is that smell? And you're looking around and it's this freaking grungy. Sometimes they're in groups. Like, it's not cool, okay? I don't know what that is. You can't even say, well, I might have not gotten all of it because I was out on the farm or something. 'Cause even farmers' houses smell good because the outside is where the farm smell is. And then when you get inside, it's like potpourri and candles and little incense things, maybe. I don't know. But I know every time I've been in farmhouses, it was potpourri and lit candles, like Better Homes and Gardens, Yankee, and the inside did not just smell like the farm outside. None of the clothes did. Like, that's unexcusable if people want to say that. And you can't even say that money was tight and you couldn't afford it, because Family Dollar always has sales, and you can get their brand of candles too, the True Living, which is a little bit cheaper than the Better Homes and Gardens, but you can still make your whole room smell good with one candle, because I've done it. So, and I've never lived on a farm though, but I've worked on them before. So there's no excuse for stinky people. Like, I will never have understand that. Does anyone understand what the point is of manifesting up evilness? Is it just to prove there is a heaven and hell and God and stuff? Like, well, this is our only way to prove it. Everyone, act bad. I don't think so, though, because it's really not a joke. Like, it's not a joke to hurt people. But I'm wondering if this year can be a turnaround year, and maybe there'll be some more like separation. So the there'll be like the bad people will not be getting away with hurting um, people that don't want to associate with that. You think it'll happen like the like, cuz I keep thinking, why am I thinking so negative? Well, everything's going to be bad. It's just going to happen. The bad rules, there's going to be more evil than good. So you just get used to being only a few people. But then I think they should really start to like step off, since they have so many. Their group is so big. They have one. So then they really shouldn't be concerned about the people that already have decided not to be evil. because I've actually seen evil people in action on accident, and they really don't care what they're doing. They really have no remorse. It's all just regular actions to them. There's no like scary effects or anything. It's just blatantly outright doing bad stuff. And I want to know how to stay away from it because like I really got messed up. I even got kind of messed up in not knowing what was going on in one of my work experiences that I had found on my own, which everyone says, be careful, be careful who you work for and stuff. And then you're thinking, oh, well, these seem like nice people. Well, people can seem nice and even act nice all the way through it, but really not have good intentions and not be nice. And they're not really even nice people. So it's just really getting difficult. Like, I don't understand why. Maybe that's why I lost my motivation. Oh, here's some stuff I put in to just brighten it up because I haven't washed my hair in a while. And they even have guy kind. Like, it's in the bluer bottle. It's like an ocean kind. But it's in the same section as girl stuff. But it smells like a guy. So, anyways, you guys, let's get healthy. No one likes stinking hair. And I had one more idea. One more idea that I don't know what I want to do. And that is cut my hair. All this long part right here. So it will be back to a little bit past my shoulders. Because this is literally just one little layer. Who wants to think about getting healthy and possibly cutting a little bit off your hair? Because it grows so fast. Your hair grows fast when you cut it. But anyways, I don't know what else I was going to do. And then I was starting to get so uncomfortable with my just everything. Like normally I'd be in an apartment moving around, uh just this is, I think it's getting on my nerves because I know this is ridiculous. This is beyond past control where they sabotage me, and then basically it's almost like I just, yeah, I'm trying to be. This is like kind of like journaling for my life, and then like I've had so many good role models, and then I decided to, since I've been working so hard on this, all of this, just stuff that has been going on for since the beginning of times, and I just really didn't get to do a lot of it. So now I'm just like I've went overboard with some stuff, but it's all like healthy, good stuff. So I decided to do a channel because I wanted to, like, I felt like I could because I had been reaching so hard from where I was to be a good role model. Like, You don't ever want to overdo anything. You don't want to underdo anything. I just want to be a good role model. That's all. I had so many good role models, and I had so many people put me down in my life, and I've had, even to this day, a lot of people try and intimidate me and put me down, and so I just and, and I keep thinking, because I don't let it bother me, it's gonna stop, but it doesn't. It does not stop this constant harassment here. But I I thought, well, you just kind of gave up. I'm gonna try and do this all in Cape. So I don't want to give up. I don't want to give up, but like I do know, and I like to live in it. I liked renting out of a hotel. I was okay with that because it's going to be about $1,200 or $1,300 a month, which is what a decent apartment is. And so, like, I don't mind that. But I can't get a decent apartment here because you have to have all the month's rent, all the deposit, and I don't have that because I paid the car off. But I'm proud of myself. I'd rather have this car paid than, or some of it paid on there, than be moved into some kind of expensive apartment. And plus, they've been raising the rent on apartments, you guys, like everywhere. Like, they might jump up an extra $100 or $200. And then what if it's just because they don't like you? Or so and so has some friends now that want to live there. So the landlord's just going to raise up the rent. So that gives you an excuse. Now you can get out of your contract, because if the rent changes, the contract changes. And then it's really just a means to get you out of there, because the ones that are more popular than you, if their friends want to move in, then they're like, yeah, because most likely all friends are going to stay together. So I think it's just not really. I think renting from a hotel is probably actually pretty awesome. And I hope more people think of it. And plus, you're not in a contract. You're not cleaning 5 rooms that you rent, like your whatever your apartment, however many rooms. You're not like dealing with like break-ins, because you could probably keep like the majority of your important stuff like locked up in a safety box, and that really wouldn't cost that much. And then whatever else you had that was like meaningful to you, you could probably get a storage shed. I've seen a lot of people do that too. They're talking about how they lived in their car for like 2 years. This one girl, and I believed her. Like, it wasn't like one of those videos where it was like, oh yeah, you do this just for your side hustle, which is cute. Like, I'm not judging or anything, but like, the one I was watching wasn't like just out doing it for an adventure, which is still cute, by the way. That is still like awesomely cute. Even if you had a choice to live somewhere or live in your car, and you chose to live in your car, that is still cute. But like this one I was watching, she was doing it because she was saving money. And I was like, oh my God. And she did it for 2 years. And she had her storage unit had like a little couch and like a lamp. And then like she legitly had her stuff stored up, like her clothes and shoes and everything, where it was like a walk-in designer closet, and you just go in, get your stuff, sit there, think about what you're gonna do. Like, wasn't a bed, because you're not allowed to like sleep or live in your storage container. But like, yeah, it's gonna take like 2 or 3 hours to get your stuff and get ready. So I was like, oh my God, that's kind of cool. But okay, so the point is, that was never my goal. So I was going to transition to the hotel fairly quickly because I actually can get a really nice hotel for $60 because or 65, 70 because it's always you're going to go on and find like all the like hotels everywhere, every single city, every single town, unless it's the super, super, super expensive one. You're always gonna find stuff for like 70 or so dollars, or maybe even less if you do it a lot. You accumulate rewards, and then that takes and gives you like not free nights, but just maybe like you notice instead of paying the regular 75, you're paying 60. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, if you add up how much you're spending for rent every month, like take your whole rent and utilities and then divide that by 30, that's how much you're spending every day on your rent. So I don't know. I think it's kind of like if you do it right, like yeah, there's bad stuff going on, but I think they're in a certain area. So, anyways, it was just my idea because I kept getting ridiculed for staying in the hotel. Just get a place to rent. Well, everything's kind of going wrong. Like, nothing's going right with the rentals. And I thought about it. Go ahead and just rent a cheap one. Even, and now you know you're not supposed to fix it up. But if there's ever a problem and the landlord never has to come over, then he's going to never know. But that's way too risque. And something could happen, and he does knock on your door, and then he's looking down, and you redid the whole thing, and you knew you weren't supposed to because it's not your property. So it's just weird. And that's sad you can't actually rent something small and nice for for a cheap amount of money. So it's just a small little tiny places. Whenever I go look at them for like the $354, they're like efficiencies and like one bedrooms. So, but well, I was thinking about staying up until it's time to go to work. That's kind of a long time away. I was thinking, oh, I could go get breakfast. Because I know they'll have some good stuff at Love's truck stop. That's where I plan on getting my breakfast at. And then I wonder if any restaurants are open, you guys, on Christmas. This Christmas is weird. They used to have restaurants open. I bet there's lots of them in Cape that are open. But I'm going there Tuesday, so I don't know if I want to It's a lot of gas money. And I've been letting my car like run for so long at night because it's so cool. But I tried out one of their little warming shelters. But it was so weird. It was like I didn't want to just sleep with like out in the open. Like it was weird. Like I know if there would have been like emergency thing going on, you wouldn't even be able to sleep. But you'd be like having a little cot to sit there and like maybe they would have like food or something. But just for me to be like it was just a few degrees colder than it was the night before. I was okay. But I definitely don't want to keep doing this for a long time. Like, this is making me so sick to my stomach. I'm just glad I haven't retaliated and been done something bad back. Like, I just don't want any of these people in my lives that have talked so bad about me. They don't know how much they affected my income and my life. But I'm sure something good will happen. And I just have to keep trying to put effort into stuff. Like I was thinking, maybe I just gave up, but I was like thinking, no, these people will soon realize that I'm not this monster that everyone's made me out to be. And then I was like, nope, they're loving living on this. This is just they're loving antagonizing me and bullying me here. It's fun for them. This is their energy rush. Like, ooh, there she is. Come on, let's get her again. Bet she's been thinking about us all this whole time. And I'm thinking to myself, I've not once thought about these people. And I keep thinking that I'm just getting sabotaged because I know I am because of the actions of the families I've been around from work. So it just kind of bothered me. And I had no one to talk to, so I decided to go on YouTube. I didn't have anyone to talk to about it that I felt comfortable and safe talking to. So I'll just let anyone hear. Yeah, first start. But not really. More like a good start somewhere. More like responsible choices. So obviously, since the town likes operating like this, I get out of this area, which I kept telling work. I was like, listen, like you guys, if you have clients, like, because at the beginning, I didn't have a lot of gas money, so I stayed around here. But now it's almost like they don't want to send me somewhere because I can go. I'm like, I want out of this area. They're trying to change my mind. No, you don't. Yes, I do. Do I need to paint my nails money green again and send you a profile pic of me? Like Cape would be a lot nicer, and so would going back to Illinois. I did have a lot of fun in Illinois. I would move far. I wish I had enough. Like, part of me was like, why did you pay that money on the car? Why didn't you just start making payments and take that $1,000 and go to Florida? Like, there's so many little places. Like, it's warm there, or Arizona. Like I really did do research about like the affordable Section 8 houses and the places that weren't a lot of crime but were still affordable. I know it said Miami was actually good for if you're a single woman. It said Miami, Florida was a good place to go to. And like I looked at places like they had hotels that were around $60 a night, and there was like tons and tons of jobs there, like fast food restaurants, home care jobs, cleaning businesses, stores, gas stations. And then I thought of how nice I had comments before that said like something about like New York and stuff. Like actually New York, hi. New York's like so like I think okay, so I'm just gonna say that when I worked at the Rhodes gas station here for a little bit, and there was these people that this guy that they hired, but he was like one of those where if you don't like a guy flirting with you, you're gonna feel like extremely uncomfortable around him. So I was just always trying to avoid him. But like he was literally him and his girlfriend were living in his car, and like they had moved here from New York, and like but I noticed like there's like a lot of people that are leaving New York, but then they're trying to like clean up New York at the same time. Well, which would almost be perfect for me because I'm an OCD person. So basically, New York would love an OCD person because they're always clean. And I don't know, it just made me feel like thanks, like you're noticing what's going on, and then like I don't know, it was just nice. And then when I was in Texas, somebody said something about Texas. Like I've always wanted to live like around Florida. And like I said, even before my friend ended up moving there, because she got married and ended up moving there, but like she used to grow up in the town that I grew up in that had that curse put on it and everything. And I mean, like we made it out of there, but like it was not fun. It wasn't a really like there wasn't a lot of fun that happened there. It was pretty bad. And like usually a lot of bad stuff was always happening there, and then she moved to Florida, but she's like 30 times like happier, healthier, like it was just like the same with my friend before she moved from here. She said she thinks that somebody put a curse over Sykeston because she feels like there's always this like dark cloud that's like hanging over it. So I thought that was weird. I thought that was really weird. She was pretty smart, pretty into what she was doing. She had, she moved, and she did really good too. When she moved, she did really good. She had went to school for like physical therapy type stuff, got a job. She had to take like all these college classes. Like I was really impressed. This is the stuff, it has all the really cool oils that I normally have to order online because they're never in the stores. Not the kind that you can trust. I believe they're not going to allow these people to like uh put like bad stuff in it. Like they keep it pretty good. You know what? Let's check the barcode. Oh yeah, it starts with a 9. Yeah, they're not. They got a good eye on them because that's why there's a big thing on these, because a lot of people, they don't want to sell it to you because they'll put bad products in it and they don't want their product ruined. And I don't blame them. And it just resorts back to when I did my garage sale. Like, I really felt like I was running a store. And I felt like I was watching over my stuff so people can't steal it. And I was like negotiating prices. And it was just like a really awesome feeling. I ended up making enough money for the kids for their bikes for that summer. I got some really cute bikes from Walmart. So adorable. That's when I found out Haley was a stunts person, because my oldest one, because she decided to go as fast as she could down this hill on her bike. And I was just praying, like, dear God, don't let her wreck, because, like, she's so little and she was going so fast. I guess evidently she'd done it before that without me even looking. So I don't really think it's important to get your kids bikes or to have them learn how to ride a bike. They can do that when they get older. It's kind of like a car. Your kids don't need to be on things when they're little. Like when I got her a Jeep, she almost ran over her sister in her little bitty teeny Dora Jeep. So, just, but after that, she didn't. Like, I don't think she didn't know what she was doing. I think she thought, move, sister, move, get out of the way. Because her sister was standing right there in front of the Jeep. And I just didn't think she would do it. And then she like revved it and moved it a little bit. And I'm like, stop, stop. And then I ran and I grabbed her sister. But I was like, oh my gosh, like, what have I done? But after that, they were good about it. So I think I'd make a good mom. Here's another thing I did when they were little. Do you guys remember when your kids threw fits in the grocery stores? Well, it was a lot to pack in the car, but it was so worth it. And I bought them the little toy grocery carts. And then I like actually let them get like little stuff off the shelf to put in it that was at their level. And that solved so many problems. Then even some days I'd be like, do you want to take your grocery carts? They'd be like, no. And they would be just fine sitting in the cart, because they had the option whether they could shop with their little carts or ride along in the cart. It was just so cute. And no more little screaming or grabbing stuff and throwing it off the shelves because they're mad. Like, that literally solved all my problems. I remember when that happened too. It happened first at the Myers in the um, Bloomington, Illinois Myers, and then they weren't quite old enough, and I was still getting away with, they were throwing fits, but I could get away with like letting them hold a toy throughout the whole way, and then even though I knew they weren't that interested in it, and then give them the option like, did they want that toy or not, and they just didn't really care about it. So I'd get to put the toy back. It'd be like a little stuffed animal or just something little. And then, because I would be buying stuff for them in the store anyways. Like, I'd be picking stuff out for them, clothes, maybe even a new toy or something for them. And then, then after we got to Sykeston, they were like 2 and 3. And so that's when they really did not, they were starting to want to walk around everywhere because they were like grown up like everybody else, you know? You know how kids think. You guys remember what you thought. You don't think like how everyone thinks you're a kid. That's not your mind's not going, "Oh yeah, I'm the kid." That's not what you're thinking. Duh. Like everyone knows that. But anyways, like I get them the little grocery carts when they were old enough to walk around. So I thought it was cute. So I guess I'll go, but I was thinking, I don't know. I was just bored. I don't know if they thought something was going to happen at the Dollar Tree because they left the lights on. That made me nervous too. Oh my god, the garbage truck runs on garbage day. I mean, on Christmas Day. What in the heck? The garbage truck is running. It's Christmas Day. I guess around here, the garbage doesn't get a break. They work every day. I'm sorry, I haven't used this for. So this is another. This is just problems upon problems upon problems where if I don't have this stuff, I get so upset. Oopsies. Okay. I feel better. Oh, so I have an interview at Chili's to be a server. And I actually put on there that I wanted to work in the morning because I don't do well around a lot of people. And breakfast, I can see that as not a crowded time. It's when supper, when everyone's like, "Come on, you guys, let's all go eat at Chili's tonight." And it's like literally everyone in your subdivision is meeting at Chili's between 6 to 8. So that's how that works. And then your waitress is going crazy, running around. Like, I can't do that. But I can work mornings. And I wouldn't even be like, "I wish I was working the busy shifts and making a lot of money like her." No, I will take. I will take what I can do, and that is slow. I can be slow at work. So this would be, I think this would make a good official tan kit. You see how it's not even blotchy? So you get the tan and the spray. Aww. Yeah, I spent Christmas morning with you too. I know I was wishing I had like some friends that I was spending my Christmas with. Like normally my job would be like, but they're not like on my same level. Like like okay, they're not like the kind of people like I had before. I had clients that were even planning on taking me with them on vacation and everything. Like I miss that. That home care can be like that. Like where you're just you they're like they don't want you to get another job. So you're there forever. Like I miss it. I missed that job. Two jobs I had that were really cool. And I had a nannying job too. That was really cool. I got to drive around in their car. I got to eat their food. I was having my own apartment, but then they asked me to live there, so then I no longer had to pay my rent, and I got to live there, and it was just a really awesome, it was just an awesome job. But I will get some more awesome jobs again. I'm just crossing my fingers and hanging in there. So yeah, I was really hoping I'd have like a few friends that I had met from work, and like it just didn't work out. But like I told you, it was intentional sabotage. So I'm not gonna let. At first, I started letting it make me go crazy, and I started really feeling bad. But that's when I was like, you know what? I think you might have just gave up on yourself. Like I said it to myself just like that. And I believe a person can. A person can truly give up on themselves and just be like, oh, they got me down, and I do not want to do that. I do not want to be that person. I have got to keep going. Wouldn't that be like you would truly let the bully win? Hi. You would truly let the bully win if you said, oh my gosh, got me down. Come on, you guys, lay her up. Get your oils out. That was one thing I told myself if I got some friends that didn't use this stuff. Sorry, I thought somebody wrote something I didn't read. And spray your face. Argan, coconut, jojoba, argan, avocado, rosehip, grape, and macadamia oils. Deep tanning dry spray. I know, it is. It really is. And it's a good moisturizer, too. And cruelty-free means they never tested it out on stuff that they weren't like into this big process of like, let's see what this says. They don't have anything that's gonna make a bad reaction unless you're allergic to some of the oils, and then that's why you just do a small sample somewhere. Because if you're allergic to it, you'll break out right where it is. I still don't know what in Yardley's I'm allergic to. I'm thinking it might be the well, it might be the preservative it has in it. Since I haven't used a lot of preservatives lately, it could have just been the preservative. I never did call in on them because I thought more people would have called in. That wouldn't even be on the shelves if that stuff made people break out because there was something wrong with it. So it's something with my skin. And I think there was a couple other stuff that had EDTA for the preservative. It just bothered my skin, I think, maybe. I don't know. So I'm going to just keep up being healthy. You can feel the hair on me. I think I got it. Oh my goodness. I don't know what else to say. I put on the thing so someone else can get up here and talk to you. I can't just talk to this computer. I don't know what else to say right now. No one wants to say nothing. Guess I could think of some more to say. My car's been doing really good. I want to try and get an oil change this week. Hopefully I can. Because my phone bill's due too. So that's about like $100 right there for both of those. It's like $50. Because do you think it matters since it is high mileage that I get a high mileage oil change? Or should I just say it's okay and don't worry about it? I mean, I feel like it's doing really good. I got the high, got the high oil mileage, so it was like $10 more. So I don't know. And I haven't added anything to the engine or anything. I just sometimes get scared because I'm like, it does say that if you're like running your car in idle for a long time, it makes the car's engine wear out faster. And I don't want to do that. I can't believe the garbage runs on Christmas Day. I have never heard of that happening. Maybe they just do it for businesses. I wonder how much fun people are having on this day that aren't celebrating Christmas. I remember I tried to do that one year when the kids were little and I was still married. I was like, wait a minute. Now I'm trying to teach the kids a little bit about their culture. And you guys don't celebrate Christmas like this. And then, so I was like, so let's do stuff like that. But he didn't want to do that. Like, he was never into any of that. I got away with doing a couple of things, but that was it. I got away with getting them a picture in their like little, it's like this celebration dress, like a tradition before they had the vaccines. Was really great that the baby lived to be like, I think it was like 90 days old or something, because of no vaccines, and then they just continued it to be a tradition because like even babies with vaccinations sometimes they don't make it that long. So I got to do that one. And then I learned a lot about Korean food and Asian food, and I got to eat a lot of that food. So that was fun. So I contributed to their culture as much as I could. Okay, so now what about me? Let's think about me. I was thinking like it would kind of be fun to do 2 or 3 days at Chili's. I could just be like, hey, I'm really serious. Like, I want to start, like, I will start literally today because my interview, I should come dressed for work. I'll have my shoes on and everything. I'll be dressed and ready to start work. All they'll have to do is get a shirt for me. So I'll be like, I could even start today or tomorrow. I'll have my hair done and everything for like what I would do at work. And really, waitresses now, you don't have to be too crazy about it. Like me just simply doing this detangler and hairspray, that's good. And pulling it up, like I'll have more of it up for reds and stuff. I need to do away with this rubber band. It is causing me to get wrinkles. Yeah, it is just too stressful. Oh, it's the garbage truck coming up this way. I guess it even stops at Walmart. So I guess I'm gonna go try and maybe sleep a little bit. And then I'll wake up here in a little bit. I have the car running. I'm wearing nothing except for shorts and a shirt because I put my I put more layers of tan stuff on, and then I was literally just like, the heater's been running on the car. So, well, I guess I'm gonna go and I have to go pee actually, and I don't think I just. Oh, they're at the McDonald's. You know what? Let's just go to the gas station. I got my nails finished. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go for a little bit. I'm gonna get another soda from the gas station. And I'll see you later.